Hey everybody, welcome back to Stranded. Hope you're having a great day today. We just finished research on musical instruments. And this gives us two different instruments that we can build now. There's the didgeridoo, which is sort of like that lower toned aboriginal sort of wah, wah, wah instrument that you hear. I don't know exactly its origins. I want to say it's Australian, but it's that instrument. And then we have the handpan. I'm not such a big fan of the didgeridoo myself, but the handpan I think is a beautiful instrument. And I've been following a YouTuber. I just wanted to point this out because I see handpan and I'm like, oh, I know what that is. There's a YouTuber called David Sherrier. He's the master of the handpan. I encourage you to check it out. His channel makes the most beautiful music with the handpan I've ever heard. And we actually have somebody, Simon here, who is going to be patting on it, and I can't hear it. They didn't put handpan music in the game. So disappointed. I wanted to hear this thing playing every single time. But anyway, I've built it in the side here, which isn't the best place for it. I would actually like to adjust that and get it somewhere else. But for now, this is like the only place it can actually be stuck. So I've got it there. Now, I'm also going to tear down these two drying racks. We're actually going to go ahead and say keep empty so that they do not put anything else on these drying racks. There's two storage spaces for this, but I'm actually going to have these two big ones now. And there's 48 storage slots on each one of these things. These things can dry a whole lot of stuff. And they've got a built-in roof, so everything that's in it is considered under a roof automatically, which is going to free up space in here. Speaking of which, Callus has done a pretty good job on this place. It's not quite done yet, but we're getting so close now to the point where we could maybe consider moving some of our stuff over here very, very soon. So we'll be looking to do that very soon. For activities, I've had Laura doing mining, and I've had Jack on mining for a little bit because I needed more stone, and I still kind of think I want them focused on that. So I'm just going to leave them on those jobs. And then the birds have been trying their best to make quick work of these, but there's just so many of them. I just don't think we'll ever be rid of them. I wish I could just like light them on fire and just burn them, you know? Just hit this button and say, you know, burn this. But it doesn't look like that's just anything that's possible. I really wish it was, but it just doesn't seem like it's going to happen. So, yeah, it is what it is. This is done now, though, this tower. So at least we're going to be able to get up high and shoot over top this wall, which is important because what I'd like to do is I'd like to get a big tall wall set up. And I actually might move this tower because I like this being a low wall. Because it's up high, we can shoot over it anyway. But over here, it's a little bit more difficult, I think. And so what I'd like to do is get this big wall right here to start. This long one here is going to be changed to a fortification wall. And those fortification walls are much bigger, and they have much more durability or integrity. There's 250 integrity in the wooden fortification, as opposed to the fence, which is only 50. 5 times the integrity seems like something I'm interested in. So I would like to replace this wall with the fortifications. And it's not as easy as just overriding it. I wish it was. I hope the devs maybe decide to change this in the future, but you can't just, you know, go across this and replace it. You have to order it to be torn down and then replace it, which kind of sucks. So what I'm going to do first is we're going to take and deconstruct, and I'm going to say that I want deconstruct. Here we go. I want this section here. We're going to do this in small chunks. You can't really do this in large chunks. So we'll do this in small chunks about here. And Laura's going to have hypothermia. I've got Laura in a straw hat now because, you know, it's hot and we keep having heat waves. But I haven't given her a jacket. And I kind of feel like she should have a jacket. It's a fur coat, which sucks. This is what Han came in on and came in with. And I've since, I don't know, he probably only had this for like a video, maybe 2. But I, you know, started unequipping them with their clothes that they came in on. But since she's cold and she's out working outdoors in freezing temperatures, like it's kind of like, you know, maybe during the day it'll be fine, but I think she's having a hard time here with the temperatures and stuff. Palace, I'd like you to... Oh, there's no storage for the stone. Is that it? Yeah, okay. I would love to have, like, big stone walls. I think stone walls would be awesome, but... now I'm thinking, you know, we could go around this so that we can grow trees within our borders instead. And maybe instead of replacing this... Hang on, maybe we cancel this for a second. And, I'm thinking... With the wooden fortifications, if it was possible to get, yeah, like right up against the wall like this, if we instead did something like this, maybe we bring it out to about here. I kind of like to get more space. There's ore right here too. I might be able to claim that just for safeties. There's a lot of wood required for these fortifications, though. I mean, you look at what it takes. And it's pretty extensive. It takes a lot of resources, so I think maybe not. I think we're just going to go just barely around this field instead. It's still a lot of wood, but we're going to have to do this in chunks, right? Like I said before. So we're going to take, I think, right up against the wall, trying to get it to where I know for sure that these guys can't get past it, which isn't usually very clear. And so we'll test it for a little while, but we're just going to go, I think, just out this far and then over. It's really not that much more space, right? I mean, we're talking to, like, on the grand scheme of things for this wall, we're talking about like an extra 50 wood to get it out to here. And then I guess another 50 to bring it back, but it's not that bad. I think it's probably worth it. So we'll bring it out this far. And then we'll bring it back like this, just to start. So this will be like a large fortification that just extends our ability to plant things. I want a lot of wood, and you know, this field can get extended if we want it to be. We can bring it all the way out even further to plant even more trees. We can go out about that far. We can bring it like that, bring it that far for now, right? So just planting more and more trees. And I think we can even go in and say, hey, how about we, you know, just bring it all the way up like that. And then this wood will drive our construction of a new fortified wall around the base, right? Then we can start working on this side. And eventually we'll work our way all the way around to where we have fortifications. I might even decide to just bring this out even further. Like if I bring this all the way out like this, I'm wondering if it's worth it. Can we just close this off? That would force the bugs to go this direction instead. I mean, it doesn't force them to, but I suppose it's if they wanted to. I'm curious. I mean, it might cost me less resources just to close this area off. Let me just see what this is like if I was to close this off. Let's say we start over here because I can maybe adjust the positioning now. I also want to mine all these rocks, so we're going to get that ordered anyway. But if I was to build fortification wood, if I bring this again all the way against the rock face, like right up against it to where there's just no chance they can get around it. But I think that's what that does. I should now be able to just kind of go maybe like this. It's 420 wood, my god. But it blocks the side off entirely, which might be worth it. It's an extra 100 wood to go that far. I don't need to go that far. I can't go diagonal. That's my gripe here. So I have to come out far enough to then cut back in. So something like this could be okay. As long as it's not uneven terrain and it allows me to build it, which right there you see, that uneven terrain, it won't allow me to build that there. So I'd have to build it somewhere else. I'd have to bring this fortification maybe one more tile forward and then over. As long as it has, yeah, it'll let me do this. So we kind of do something like this instead. And then this completely blocks off this section. We could put a little fence gate in here just to allow us to move around and get over into this area, but it would basically mean that the enemies would have to come from this side. And so we now have at least a little bit better of a chance of maybe just going this direction and closing it off there. And then we have all of this land that's ours after that point. And then we can start focusing our defenses maybe on this side. These are just things I'm thinking ahead on. I don't know if I'm going to actually, you know, be able to make this work, but just working on it or just thinking about it. So we need to cut down the trees. And this plot right here we've been told not to, or they've been told, I guess, not to replant. So this field, they're not supposed to replant. So if we can get Laura to cut down a bunch of trees. Extreme heat wave. Okay, now we have not severe, now it's extreme. Great. Luckily for us, I have climate control inside now with air conditioning. So we've got air conditioning working from the inside. And as long as they're in here, they should have great temperatures. So we'll just keep all the windows closed. Shouldn't matter. On the inside of this building, it's... Oh my goodness, look at this. It's like... Oh man, the graphics, everything's like boiling, you know? You know how like when you look at the hood of your car on a really hot summer day? Yeah, that's what we get. All that heat just coming right off of it. Gross. Now Laura is, of course, in a t-shirt and a straw hat to help her with the heat tolerance as well, but her heat tolerance still needs to be below 122. And I'm pretty sure that it's going to get hotter than that because it's already 115. It's in the middle of the day right now, though, but it's 115. Rita's heat tolerance is 129, which I think is just insane, but all right. The fact that you could just be comfortable in 129-degree weather is just silly. Anyway, here we go. Starting up those fortifications. I wonder if it's cooler in the shade. It doesn't appear as though the game makes it cooler in the shade. I wish they would do that. I'm looking for that in the future. I want the shade to be cooler than in direct sunlight. Because, like, if I'm working in the shade, you know, obviously that should be a little bit cooler. Not, like, extremely cooler, you know? It's 124 outside, which is just nuts. But maybe if it's 125 in the sun, it'd be like, you know, maybe 110, 105 in the shade. A 20-degree difference at that scale is not unrealistic. But, yeah, we're at the point now where I really don't even want Laura to be mining. So she needs to kind of go back inside. 127. So let me get your activities, Lara, and I'm going to have you not do mining as your main task. And I would like you now to find wherever the hell these rocks are. Yes, go ahead and... No available storage is really sucking out all my fun, man. So here's what I want to do. Since there's no available storage, I want to take... we have tons of hay, and that's occupying a lot of space. I think I'd like to have the hay... I'm going to start like organizing these a little bit more. So like have all the hay in one spot, then grain, then et cetera, instead of having them all mixed, right? So the hay needs to be close to where it's being worked. And that is going to be here. I'd like to move the fermentation barrel inside. There's no reason for it to be outside. So we'll place it here. We'll place it right here for now. And then I think also it's a good idea to maybe get a copy of that and place it here. So we'll have two of them. So we'll have that queued up. And then for this stockpile, I'd like to alter what's allowed here by simply saying this is where hay is going to be found. I actually don't know. I guess it's construction materials. Yeah. Hay can go here. And maybe sticks. I think sticks are fine because it's also fuel, right? So it's like hay and fuel. We're using hay to make the bricks and form all that stuff. And then you have the sticks that are fuel and everything. That can all go right here. I'm all right with that. So that's going to be what this stockpile is for. Which means I want hay and sticks to not be allowed in any of the other ones. So all of these don't allow it. These already don't allow it. And then over here, we're not going to allow it. And then over here, we're not going to allow it. I don't want to copy. You know, there's a copy paste thing. I don't want to do that because I don't know if I've already set like individual settings for some of these things. Because I was looking at doing that. And so like there are some like over, I think it was this one where we already have things like, you know, maybe it wasn't this one. Yeah, right here. So like this one here, for example, it's not allowing all these. And that's actually probably a good thing. So maybe I should do this. Maybe I should copy the restrictions and paste this one because I don't want the crafting supplies to be outside like this. So I think we will just paste those restrictions. And that should make it to where we don't have hay and stuff over here anymore. And we don't have all the electronics and things either. It should make that better. Laura's at risk of a meltdown. You know, Laura's still outside in 126. So maybe we get her to just come inside, right? Just come inside where it's nice and cool, please. Everything's already going to grow slower. Speaking of growing, having these over here is kind of a pain in the butt. I think it'll eventually work itself out once we get this fortification locking down this area. That might be fine. Once we get that done, though, I think I'm going to have to... First, I want to evaluate whether or not this forces enemies to go the other direction. If it does, great. Because then I don't have to deal with them from two sides. I can then have my fortifications and stuff line up. Then I'd like to have this become the gate and the main door. I'd like to have that become the thing. So I will move all of this stuff over to here instead. Because I can have this be sort of like a kill chamber sort of thing where we have this long sort of double gate maybe even. And we'll line the whole thing with traps. We have this long sort of open area which has slightly downhill, so we have a little bit better vantage point over time. We can line this up with fortifications and then stack the tower right here, and then over here I can maybe move this up to be there and then put the fortifications there. So there's a lot of like little plans and stuff that I have for defending, but I'd rather not defend from two directions. So we're gonna kind of maybe look at that as a one direction opportunity. I love this though. It's 111 outside, and even with air conditioning trying its best, it's still 97 degrees inside, 100 degrees inside, right? It's trying its best. This hallway is 75, which is the target temperature actually. So I'm gonna bring this down to 72 if possible. This thing should be doing 71, 72, but it's a pretty big room. It's having a hard time doing that. To get this into the bedrooms, which is not something that's happening, I need to get more ventilation. So it can't be cooler in here and really hot in here. That's not working out. So we're gonna take and get into light and heat. I'm gonna do an air vent, and I'm gonna place, it doesn't look very good, I admit, but we're gonna place air vents in front of these rooms like this. And then I'm gonna have to have one right there, all right? This will allow the air to pass through the hallway. We'll just have Lara help me out too. Undraft, let's have you help with constructing the two air vents, and then Talus can come over and construct two air vents. So everybody kind of take some resources here and construct the air vents. And that should allow the temperature in the hallway to kind of bleed into the rooms a little bit, which should be better overall for us. I love how you focused on the only two rooms where no one occupies it. Fantastic work. Please just construct. All right, there we go. And Jack's gonna do it. He's awesome. Jack's always about it. All right, good. So now we should get the temperature dropping in the bedrooms, and indeed it is. Fantastic. Okay. So there we go. Let's check the battery really quick. And we are on batteries bleeding 72 power. That's not good. Let's turn on the fuel cell really quick before you go to bed. Before you go to bed, flip that fuel cell on for me, please. We are going to need more power. And it makes sense because the extreme heat wave is also making it to where there's like no wind. So this is where having solar power is kind of, you know, the best option. We're getting sensor devices soon, and then we're going to start on the graphene solar panels from there. After that point, I think probably we want to... Power cells are actually fairly easy to make. And we're going to need power cells to be made in order to make the better weapons too. I'd really like to get a ton of these. These railgun snipers are so cool. I think the orbital radio is something we really wanted to do as well, right? So we should probably look into doing that too. Pickling would be good. Preserving vegetables, putting them in large barrels of brine. We have insect fats. We could probably make more fats from insects. Maybe a good thing for our meals. There's wine making, which should be good. Synthetic cloth synthesis. We can make synthetic cloth just by using the fuel. That's peculiar. And we can print nanotubes as well. That's future. Let's go with electric smelting, because once we get these solar panels, I think we can handle electric smelting a little bit easier. And then I think we'll go into, I think making synthetics and then synthetic armor. So we'll do synthesis, and then we'll follow that up with, I can't decide if I want to do CPU assembly first or not. I think armor before CPU synthesis. Who knows? We might even go on an expedition and just get it. It's possible. We just got first aid kit, so we're able to take some of those antibiotics and make a full-on first aid kit now. Be pretty good. Kind of want to move this to where it's not outside. Stick it in here. And then is this done now? So close. And we have plenty of stone to do it too. Like, we have tons of stone now. I really want stone walls. I'm not sure if there is a way to get that. Maybe concrete? Use furnaces to bake cement out of lime-rich stone slabs and use it to build concrete buildings. This is probably just like the best in terms of its... Oh, right here. I want this. Yeah. Concrete fortifications. This is exactly what I want. We have to be able to produce cement first, though. Is that what this is? This says concrete. So we take stone and we make concrete. And then this concrete fortification, it says I have to make cement. Yeah, okay, so it's calling cement and concrete the same thing. Fair enough. So maybe instead of... We're enough on the metal alloys for now, and we have a process that's reliable that doesn't take power. I think maybe we'll pull this off of it, and we'll put concrete first, so we can start making that. And then I want to get it again to concrete fortifications as well. You know, we're gonna lock this down with a wooden gate, but I think the front fence, if we can get them to redirect, right? If they actually don't go this way, then we will get concrete fortifications in here. And I almost feel like I want to do it layered, to where there's multiple layers to it. I don't know exactly whether the bugs will, because I have fields here, but I've seen the bugs spawn right next to my fields. I feel like that's a little unfair. Just a little. Like, let's just spawn your enemy in your base. But at the same time, it's fair because it's not walled in. So, like, I could just place fields all over the place with nothing planted and then just control where they spawn. So I kind of understand it. But if you have your base completely walled in, it would be completely unfair for insects to spawn here, for example, right? So I'm kind of hoping that the game is taking into consideration what's walled in and what isn't when it's determining where to spawn in these various different, well, yeah, the various different enemies that we're going to have to face. We have one electronics. One. Yeah. I really love that we have this fuel cell generator. Like, finding the fuel cell was awesome. I really love that we have that. Han, I want you to... What's your crafting skill like? Non-existent. Okay. Jack then will focus some more on... Is this a relaxation symbol? Or is just... It's like happiness, maybe? It's the same symbol as happiness. So it's like a free time symbol. I keep looking at that and thinking it's like science, you know? Like, it almost looks a little bit like the icon from KSP for, like, you know, the science beaker. But, yeah, it's not. It looks like it's more like a person in meditation. He was playing music. Seems good. Creature comfort's good. I want you to continue making... I think it's pants, right? Continue making pants? Yeah, you were already started on pants. Because we have a couple of people who are going to need more pants. Laura's going to need some. Simon needs a shirt. I thought I already had one. Yep. We can get you traded out for a shirt that we already have. And then inside here, I wish I could see... I'll say dismantle for now. I don't want you guys outside if it's super hot. They're only 80 at the moment. Sensor devices is done. That's fantastic. So now what we should be able to do... Okay, we have two things. We have a fan. Oh, thermostat. Okay, so what does this do? Activates when the temperature is below a given threshold. Day and night sensor. Activates during the night. What is the day and night sensor going to be used for? What would I use this for? Maybe I would use this for like the lights. I could have the lights be off during the day and then on at night, or I could do it for like floodlights, for example, where I would have these big lights that light up the outside area and I could have them trigger during the night only, that kind of thing. Probably what that's good for. This is good though. Activates when hostile animals are in range. And so we would have this thing here, and this is the reason why I want the enemies to kind of come from one direction only, is so I can place only one of these. And I would have this kind of in a walled off area that's sort of protected between two walls. So I would gut this inner wall, have the outer wall go way out like this, and then we would have this sort of be hidden just inside the double layer area, so it's protected. But then it would activate from enemies coming in from this side, and as soon as it detects motion, it would then trigger a circuit, which would then turn on our defenses, and all of the things would be active. And that way I don't need to manage this manually. So that's what the motion sensor is for. In the meantime, though, I feel like this is a really difficult period at the moment because it's so hot outside, right? I'm going to get Jack to quickly go ahead and try to build this. I'm going to get Talus to go over on the other side to build fortifications. And then I can probably get Lara to do a little bit too. Insufficient skill level. I really need her to get her construction skill up. He hates this, so we don't want to do that. You have some construction skill, but it's only level 1. So it's just going to be our two main builders at the moment that are going to come out there and do this. And they're doing it in the heat, so they're only going to do a little bit, and then they're going to come back inside because their heat tolerance currently, Alice is really low. Like, he needs to take this jacket off. I think that's what it is. He needs to take off the jacket. I'm going to have you take off this jacket really quick. Okay, with the jacket off, your heat tolerance went to 113. So we're going to leave it right there, please, and continue construction. As soon as you're done doing that, then I'll have you bring this to storage. But now you have a slightly higher heat tolerance. You know what? Jack's got 122. No, I really don't need you to go get anything else. This is done. You have the resources delivered here. Just make it. And now he's sweating. Okay, tell you what. Let's go ahead and have you haul the jacket in, okay? Haul the jacket inside so you don't... I'm surprised I haven't had to build bathrooms, right? Or showers. Like, they don't have to build... I don't have to build showers in this game. It's kind of bizarre. There's no, like, hygiene... There's nothing for hygiene in the game. It's very, very weird. 121 inside this. It's not done yet, right? No. Laura, I don't suppose you could build the roof. Is that not possible for you? Yeah, no skill level. Okay. Well, at least when they go inside, it will be comfortable temperature. Not as comfortable as I'd like, but at least the air conditioner is really... It's really pulling its weight. And I needed that so bad. It might be a good idea to get 2 of them so that it can be managed. But I feel like if as long as I can get it into like 90 degrees, pretty much everybody's heat tolerance is higher than 90 degrees. So if I can keep it 90, 92 during an extreme heat wave, then maybe it is sufficient after all. No? How's my power? Okay, so we're able to charge. That's good. And... I think I'm not ready to do another solar panel yet. I want to wait for the graphene ones. So we're just working on that right now. Yep. And then I think we'll queue up the concrete rooms. Yep. Once that's done, we just need to create some cement and then we can queue this up. So in the meantime, while we're doing that, we can finish... we'll do this one. Yep. And then synthetic armor. And then we can start... Maybe brewing. We make beer. We have so much grain, so like it doesn't really go bad very quickly, but it does go bad eventually, and we could use all of this grain we have. I mean, there's even more. We just no. Where is it? Over here, right? Yeah. Here's our grain grass field. All it takes is this little bit is enough to have just like stockpiles upon stockpiles of grain everywhere. It's pretty nice. And we always have it on our shelves ready to go over here. along with the vegetable oil ready to go on the shelf over here. There's a veggie pizza just sitting here, not done. Can we maybe finish that? Veggie pizza in queue. Can you just, like, finish the veggie pizza? It's sitting on the ground, isn't it? Han's got heat stroke. That makes sense. It's 113 now, though. What's your... below 111. So as it gets cooler outside, it's now going to go back within your comfort zone. Yeah, now we're back within your comfort zone. So no more heat stroke for Han. Right? Yes. He doesn't like this temperature, though. Not the moment. I think I need to get him a new hat. I was making straw hats because it raises your heat tolerance. So I might look at getting you more of that. We also need new shoes for you and new pants. There is a new pair of summer pants, but I think we were giving those to Lara first. So we'll get her to put on the summer pants. And then Han will have the next pair that's made, which Jack is just bringing in the stone, huh? I think we're out of wood. That's what it is. Okay. Trying to figure out why that stuff's not done yet, but I mean the heat wave is certainly a reason for it not to be done, so I shouldn't really feel surprised on that. Did you get your new pants? Yeah. Okay. So cut this down. Everything's good. I want to take a look at these pants. Let's go ahead and break them down. More wood. Very good. Jack, I'd like you, since it's cooler outside right now and we're at less risk of heat stroke and stuff, could you maybe go in and build more fortifications? If you could, please. That would be great. It looks like Lara's going to have to harvest more of this. I think if you're going to keep grabbing stuff... Wait, is it sitting out over here? It's 140 sweet syrup just sitting here? Huh? Can you haul this in? Rita, go haul that in. That's strange. I just can't take you leaving this open like this. Can you just finish it? Thank you. And then go to sleep. That's fine. So we're almost done with this fence, you know? Okay, so I figured the heat wave's not done yet. I was going to kind of warp you ahead when the heat wave is done, but it's not done yet. However, Talus is now completing the roof on this building, which will then basically get us to the point where everything is locked down. So with that, this is our internal sort of building here, and I was gonna like maybe say we should put oh, look at that, we got something hanging here. I was gonna say that maybe we should put something like some windows and stuff in here. I'm not sure it's necessary yet. What I would like to do though in this place is start getting some lighting, right? And so we can get some ceiling lamps, and I think probably getting one maybe in the near this yeah, we can maybe put one there, possibly another one over here just to create good lighting for people. This should be acceptable, I think. And then we'll also go over and do it here, and then also over here. Now we don't have like the long fluorescent lamps kinds of things. I was thinking about doing that, like it's a factory sort of thing, but it is what it is. I think we absolutely need air conditioners, and I think we probably need 2 of them. I'm going to place one over here, maybe in the center of the room. We'll place one over there in the center of the room. And then I think probably we'll put another one over here on the center of the room, on this side. And this should keep this area temperature controlled as well. So as Talus goes in, it's all locked in, it's closed down. We can have you construct the air conditioner now. And Jack, I've sent him on an expedition, actually. I just did that. And so he's just out to scavenge one of those other crash sites to see if he can't grab anything. I'm hoping he comes back with electronics or CPU cores or something that we can't really make ourselves yet. I would prefer electronics be what he comes back with, because it would enable me to make more solar panels in the very near future. When graphene solar panels are done, we're going to need 3 electronics for each one of them. That's going to suck. So I definitely want to get that moving. Now, in order to get power over here, I am going to need power to be connected to this building. So we're going to want to grab a power pole. And I think I left, yep, just enough. I can't put it here, but I can put it here. I believe that pole right there. I just love how the lightning rod is. Like, these wires are just straddling the lightning rod. Great. Yeah. Now, over here, I don't think I actually need these poles. I don't think these are required. But since I've already built them, they're not hurting anything. They're not blocking anything. I'm going to leave it for now. Because the one thing I don't fully know is whether or not this is considered one building. I suspect that this is considered two separate buildings. And so I don't know that. But because I also see this. And that looks like it's going to the building. So it's possible I don't need this. The reason why I brought this one around is because I didn't want the poles to be here. But then I decided I also wanted electricity to come around to my defenses. And so I just kind of said, whatever, it's there. It's pretty simple to deconstruct these. You get 5 wood back for deconstructing them. And to build them, it costs 10. So you get half back. It's not that big of a deal. So we're going to just let it be. Talus, I'd like you to go ahead and do this. We're going to start getting this area here to be ready to go for construction, what we're going to be doing with crafting and stuff. So in this room, I want shelves. And I got lots of scrap metal. We could have like a more industrial look in here, I suppose, by using scrap metal shelves. I would like a big shelf kind of go right here. This is going to be where our finished goods are. Everything we create after we make it, it's all getting stored on this big shelf. It's right next to the door, so whenever anybody needs to go get it, they could just walk in real quick, grab it, and go. Then everything that we're going to be using as far as raw materials go, we're going to have that closer to the machines that are using it. So if I have, like, say, 2 tailor benches in here, I would have all the cloth be right by that, etc. And we would continue with that methodology. So Alice, are you gonna build this, or? Yeah, there it goes. Just take it as time. Good. So now this has power. Fantastic. And we are gonna want to get this target temperature. 75 is fine. I don't think it really matters. But as long as it's going to start cooling down in here. It says it's under a roof, so it's not. Wait, this is not indoors? This is indoors. This is not indoors. Excuse me? Oh my god. No way. You have got to be kidding me. The building in this game, you got to be kidding me right now. So hold on, if I go to wall, can I make it'd be bricks? I'd rather it be stone, it's cheaper. Building, wall, stone. Can I make a wall right here? Okay, you will let me make the wall here, thankfully. And then, oh wow, do I need 2 doors? See, this whole doing it all inside thing? I think I need 2 doors. But it won't allow me to do that. You gotta be kidding me. Come on. I don't know. Deconstruct the door, I guess? I don't know what to do with this. Alice, come over here and do this. We're gonna keep you up late tonight, buddy. I'm sorry. Take pleasure in at least knowing that you're gonna be constructing things. Yeah, shooting star, I know. You're gonna at least be constructing things in cooler temperatures. No, not the roof. Oh no, don't do this. Don't do this. All right, good. Good. Okay. I want you to construct the wall. Build the wall. Keep going. Just keep right on going. And when Jack gets back, he's going to help you. Because Jack's going to be rested. He's super rested. He's ready to rock. I just can't believe that this game has... Like, nobody thought of having, you know, connected levels inside buildings. I can't imagine what was going through Like, what was going through the mind of development and the building tools that led people to think they wanted stairs to be exclusively an outdoor thing? Like, I don't understand that. It's just really weird. Expedition complete. I scavenged scrap metal, and I found a functioning pulse rifle among the wreckage. Very nice find. We now have our own little pulse rifle. Very cool. All right, Talus is just building throughout the night. He's got plenty of rest. He just needs to keep going. Keep going, buddy. You got this. So this is like, there's a wall on this side and a wall on this side. There's like literally 2 layers of wall here, which probably means I won't be able, I assume it means I won't be able to make a door that goes between both. I really freaking hope I can. It looks like I kind of can. Right? I mean, I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. We'll have Jack come and help after Talus is done here. No. Finish this so I can verify that this building is indoors. This is now considered indoors. Okay. Now build the door. And then you have my permission to sleep. And then Jack will come out here and finish the rest of this stuff. And then we can start getting the lights on, which is what I'm working on next after this, hopefully. We have aggressive animals. They spawned way back here. Fantastic. Oh my goodness. Look at all the explosive ones. They're spawning right behind us. They're going to have to travel a long distance, but at least we won't have to deal with the glutches for a while, because all these insects are way faster than the glutches. And so they're going to reach us first, for sure. Han, what are you building right now? Constructing shelves. Oh, you're able to construct the shelf? Okay. That means I can send Jack over to... No. A small insect swarm has arrived in the area. They are ravenously hungry and will consume any unprotected food, carcasses, and harvest of crops. Okay, so they're not going to attack me. Oh, hello. Wow. Okay, so that's new. That's very new. Starving hatchlings. Yikes. But they are looking to consume unprotected food, carcasses, and harvest of crops. Well, I mean, we have unprotected food over here, I suppose. But this is all protected, so that's not a big deal. And I think, Lara, I'm going to have you come on in really quick. Just haul in the cactus fruits. Stop your harvest for a bit. There you go. Just have you bring in here. Jack is still not back. I really need him to get back. Talus, you should be going and getting food right now. I'm not sure what you're trying to do. Do we literally not have any food? All right, how is it that I have #1 priority for 2 individual people who are both here constantly? Oh, hunting. Shit. Oh, that's a bad thing. I've done a bad thing. Guys, I've done a bad thing. Han, you're fine. Time to make food, please. Make grain porridge. You're fine the way you are. Just do it quickly now. I really need the 2 kitchens, man. So, 2 stoves. So I want to bring the soldering bench into here. And I think we'll place this maybe in the back of the room, like over here. We're actually going to do it like this, in the middle of the room. We'll put the benches in the middle of the room and have the shelves along the side. I think that's going to work out better. Jack, I really need you to get back here, dude. It's taking you kind of a long time to return. So if you could maybe get back here before the fighting starts, that would be really great. I would appreciate that. Definitely. So you're not the... Yeah, you're not the mean glutch. You're not the mean one. Lost harvest, that's fine. Aggressive animals. Like, I'm kind of curious if these aggressive animals are going to somehow get in with these guys. They can still get through here. So they have to go a little bit further around, but they can still get through here. Talus, you really just need to go take care of yourself. I don't know why you're, like, what you're doing with your life right now. I don't get it. Can you eat something? Is there food anywhere here that you could maybe munch on? Just struggling to understand here, sir. There's 2 sweetmeat bites in storage. I would assume that they're in here then, but I'm not able to tell you to eat them. So are they already like claimed? There's already 2 grain porridge as well. Jack is finally back just as the attack begins. Great. So the insects will come towards us and they will arrive first. All the little ones will arrive first. I'm not really concerned about them. And we need our defenses on. So let's go ahead. It's still an extreme heat wave, so turning these defenses on is going to drain our battery. But the fuel cell's still running too, so that's actually fine. So let's go none and none. And Rita, while you are here, please handle this. We can get our machine guns turned back on. There we go. We are ready to go. Defenses are armed and ready. Now I just need Lara to get back inside the base. So you are now going to be in charge of cutting the blade grass. Actually, no. You can haul this stuff in. I think you can probably haul in that stuff before the big insects come. I'm just curious on whether or not they're going to... Oh, wow. Oh, here they come. Yeah, unprotected food. Well, Lara's going to grab all of it, and she's going to come on in. So these guys are just going to take the rest of my crops. It's a real shame. I do wonder if these other insects, though, are going to, you know... Oh, you're hunting the explosive one. The bold strategy. You should probably hunt this one now. Yep. Yeah. Very bold. Wow, the explosive one's really that much faster than the rest of them? Or did the other one stop for another fight? I wonder if they stopped because of some other creature. The big glutches? Are they coming around the other side? Really? I mean, that's the side I eventually want you all to go to, but... I guess so. Alright, so the hungry pests are just going to take all of my barrel cactus. That sucks. Unprotected fields, man. This isn't food, so I don't think they'll take that, but this stuff here is definitely susceptible to that. Rita, you should not be doing this. You should not be harvesting. I want to do better, okay? I want to do better. One is your cooking is your #1 task. I don't get it. What is the deal? You should be cooking. It's not Han. Han is over here. No one's reserving the stove. You should be cooking right now. Why are you not cooking? Why can I not make you cooking? Device is working. Is it the oven? Is the oven cooking something? Oh, the sweetmeat bites are in the damn oven. That's why I need 2 stoves. That is why I need 2 stoves. Rita, cut blade grass, I guess. I don't want you over there near the insects or outside the fence at all, really. I don't want you outside the fence in general. Okay, so all the insects are coming now. The little ones are in the front. Yeah, the big explosive ones appear to be now hunting this dude. And they are all bleeding, so I don't have to... Well, at least the one is bleeding. And maybe it'll be right next to the other dude, so it'll kill its buddy. Maybe. Callus has a meltdown. He's going to hide. At least he's not the most important defender. Speaking of the most important defender, Jack is not happy. Not happy at all. The heat wave is really sucking the life out of us, isn't it? All right, can you insects... Can you guys get distracted by these insects? Or is that not something that can... Oh, here they come. Oh, boy. These insects are now going to come and... All right. Yep. All right. So, I mean, maybe they'll go after the Dramata for a little bit. But these guys are now coming in because the gate's open to eat the rest of our stuff. And they're all going to get hit by this. So, Jack, you're drafted. Come on out, stand right there. I actually like to stand here, but since we don't have a fortification wall yet, it doesn't really matter. I don't think it really matters if you stand here, but yeah, okay, fine. We'll have you stand here. Rita, you're going to be drafted, and you're going to stand right here. Simon, you're going to be drafted, and you're going to stand right in front of Rita, and that should be all we need. I don't know what that is. because it doesn't let me see what that is. It's just an icon. What's that icon? It's spoiled. Whatever it is, it's spoiled. Looks like it's T-balls. Okay. It's a weird name for T-balls, but fine. Bing, bing. Shoot, shoot. All right, Jack. Get up on there on the tower and shoot to kill, sir. Time to shoot to kill. Bang, bang. Really? Okay. How about you aim for a little further out target? How's that sound? There we go. The flamethrowers are roasting both sets of bugs. This one right here, Jack, that's the one you're shooting. No? Shoot it. Boom. There's the explosion. Nice. Okay, we're going to have to step back here. Until we have fortifications, this doesn't make any sense. Also, ooh, boy. Jack, don't stand in front of the guns. Oh, boy. Machine guns are taking all the fun, aren't they? It's fine with me. It's all right with me. Look at these. Were you like trapped in the trap, or were you fighting one of the other bugs? There's just too many insects, dude. Oh, you know what they're probably doing? I bet they're probably like trying to eat these. Yeah, they're eating the other bugs. Some more Lost in Space moments. They eat their wounded. All right, yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Destroy. Got this. It's all good. Where are the glutches? Are they on their way still? They were going this direction. They're not. Hungry pests are still active. There's just too many. There's so many little insects all over the place. There's another explosive one here. I kind of want Jack to focus on that once it gets in range. Right. Hang on. There. Shoot that one, Jack. Don't you dare walk in front. You can shoot it. Damn you. Shoot. This is why I want that tower. Boom. Got it. Just before it got to the gate. Okay, where are the glutches? They are probably not getting to me. They're on their way back now. Yeah, they're just lingering. I think this map area is just not going to allow some enemies to fight me. I'm a little disappointed by that. But at the same time, you know, like we have enough insects. We have pretty good defenses. And, you know, it's not a super huge deal, I don't think. I really need Jack to stop standing in front of the guns. Oh, it doesn't look like friendly fire is a thing in this game. Okay, there's not very many enemies anymore, so I'm not really worried about it. Jack, go do whatever you want to do. Preferably eat something. Is that possible? Yeah, cook. Whatever. You don't have good cooking skills, but just go do something. The machine guns are going to take care of the rest of these anyway. Although our flamethrowers are no, there's one flamethrower that still has food, but machine guns are still, I think, they're adequate for the number of enemies that are left. I think this will be pretty adequate. Yeah. Sometimes the flamethrowers will still go off, but I should probably reposition these to where they both shoot at each other so you always get the middle by the gate, but all right, I'm thinking it's slow enough now to where I don't care, so let's undraft both of you. And you guys can go back into the base, do what you want to do your own thing. We have these bugs are just gonna basically eat their wounded for a while, so they're not gonna come into the camp anymore. If they do, then they get, you know, they get completely pwned, but until that happens, you know, whatever. This is still, there's still one explosive one. Doesn't seem to be moving towards me. So I think these guys are going to time out as well. It's such a shame. Yeah, look at these guys. They're so confused. They don't know where to go. I didn't really think that, like, all I did is use my name as... Oh boy, what's happening here? Are you guys... Okay, I was wondering if there was a minimum range for these automated defenses, and turns out there isn't. But it also turns out that we're going to need some help here. Rita and Jack, you are queued. Get Jack out here. Rita, get out here. We need you to help the guns. I don't want not enough power. Oh boy. Well, yeah, that happened. We drained it. We drained the battery. Well, I mean, because we're also climate controlling this now, and I just need more solar. How close am I on that research? Not as close as I'd like to be, but we now have these guys here, so we should now see some defense. Jack is going to get out here. Yep, stand here, and then I want Simon to wake up too. Sorry, I got to do it. I don't know how many. There's still only 3 hungry pests. I think the people we have can handle it. Yeah, we can handle it from here. Jack, shoot the bug. Shoot that bug. It's dead. 2 hungry pests. Shoot that one. When you have musical instruments, you have music. And music is everything that one needs to make a party. Let's gather and dance at 1900. Great idea. Just make sure we have all the bugs dead first, okay? Okay, so the hungry bugs are dead. I think instead of sitting around here waiting, what we can do is have Simon, I want you to refuel. We have no fuel. Right, that's the reason. The guns are back online because the sun is up, so I think you guys are fine. Simon, I want you to come over and create fuel, please. Go make fuel. Jack is still here. We have 20 unpowered devices. It really does matter, doesn't it? This heat wave is just so stupid. I hate this heat wave. Tell me where the bugs are. I mean, is there any of the black ones coming? Like the little ones? Explosive ones? Like, are any of them a danger or a threat to me right now? I don't see that. Jack, I'm gonna undraft you. Rita's planting. Okay. As long as you're inside the fence. Yeah, we have too many unpowered devices right now. That might be another reason why we can't cook as well, because of having no unpowered devices. And also the fridge, if it's closed, so it's 39 degrees, but without having power, that's a problem. I'm gonna turn off, I think, 1. Yeah, we'll have 1 of these turn off right now. Maybe that will leave the power on for 1 of them. Is that going to be sufficient? Bugs are just dead. Is that sufficient? Not really. No. I need the heat wave to go away, or I need to build another solar panel. Can't do that without electronics, so nope. I just need the heat wave to go away. We can shut some things off. Like, let's shut this off, for example. If I turn this off, that'll probably do it. Talus, go and turn this off. Doing that should give us a positive balance. Yep, there it is. Okay, so we can at least keep 1 gun on. And then I guess Talus will go... He's going to handle the traps. Fantastic. All right, good. Handling traps. Very, very nice. Get those back online. We're going to have resources rot away. I mean, we just have too much farming for being able to store all of it. It's not that big of a deal because we'll still have a good supply. And actually, if this grain has quite a long time until it, goes bad right now. But this stuff right here is growing. It's growing slower because of the heat wave, but it's almost done. So we'll have even more grain coming in after that. Not really worried about it. All right, I'm pretty sure these guys are not going to attack me anymore. They're walking away. I just want to see where the other bug is because there's 2 bugs. That's 1. Yep. And then the other one is there. Okay, so these guys are running away. I don't have to worry about the threat anymore. So that's it. There's no risk, so I'm going to leave you guys here. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I hope you guys will like the video. I hope you guys have subscribed already. We'll have to clean up this. Make sure everybody is doing their part to recover. And then we want to finalize this, right? So that we can focus our defenses in this direction. And so that's what we'll work on next. I'll probably have my fortifications actually built way out here. At least maybe to here and then over. And then we'll have, sort of our death chamber, if you will. I would actually have loved to have set it up here so we can have, a view down below, like have the high ground like that, but it'll be fine. Yeah. All right. Take it easy, guys. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.